Hey, what's up, everybody? So we're back again, and we've just kind of completed our first week of the new year. So happy New Year to everybody. I hope everybody's off to a great start. So today I'm gonna kind of give a quick recap of 2023 and the movies that kind of stood out to me, and some of the ones I want to kind of touch on. So I'm gonna kind of break it down into kind of three separate categories, um, and we'll kind of get through these pretty quick. So the first one is going to be sequels. This is not every single sequel that I saw last year, but it's just some that kind of stood out, and I just kind of want to speak on them. So the first one is Creed 3. So Creed 3 was directed this time by Michael B. Jordan, and he also starred in the film as Adonis Creed, of course. Jonathan Majors joined the cast as the main antagonist of the film. Creed 3 was cool. Creed 3 was cool. When I first kind of heard about it, I was very excited for it. Obviously excited to see what Mike did as a director. Um, I think overall, it's not a bad film, but for me, it just really didn't really add anything for me. I wasn't as invested in the story as I was before, with Creed 1 and 2. The relationship between Adonis and Jonathan's character just didn't really grab me. I didn't really feel the stakes. Um, the fight at the end, while artistic, and I know the goal for Mike, from what I've read and heard, he wanted to do something different with the fight scenes. There were choices that were made that kind of just took me out of it. And I get the artistic expression he was going for, and even the anime at certain points, but the last fight just didn't. I would say out of all of the Rocky films and the Creed films, that whole universe, that probably was the weakest fight. I put that up there right around, I forgot which Rocky it was, but the Rocky Balboa fight with Rocky and Mason the Lion Dixon. Like, it just didn't really do it for me. But overall, I enjoyed it. I think Jonathan Majors was a great ad. The dynamic with the daughter was great. So it was a lot of great things, but for me, Creed 2 is probably peak. So the next one is John Wick 4. Um, John Wick 4 ran very long. I mean, obviously it's going to give you the action and all of that stuff, that the first three chapters gave. The action is going to be great. I just didn't think we needed this one. Like, it just felt like it was dragging out, and I walked away from it like, oh, okay, all right, yeah, that was cool. Donnie Yen was cool. Some of the characters that they added, but I didn't think we really needed a 4, and I'm hearing that they're gonna do a 5. So I guess we'll see. This next one is Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning Part 1. It wasn't nothing that I really liked about this one. And I'm a huge Mission Impossible fan. I like what Tom Cruise does. I've been rocking with this franchise forever. One of my favorites, which isn't probably a favorite of a lot of people, is Part 2. I love the stylized John Woo version of it. And then it's been some great ones. Ghost Protocol was phenomenal. But this one right here was just, nah. I'm gonna give this one a strong pass. Like, I'm not rocking with anything about Dead Reckoning. Like, it wasn't anything that I felt that I could just rock with. Like, I probably won't even watch it again ever. So, you know, we'll see when the next one comes out. I heard they're kind of pivoting away from the Dead Reckoning Part 2 title, but still it's going to be the follow-up. So we'll see. The next one is The Equalizer 3. Denzel, solid, solid entry. 1, 2, and 3 were all great movies, so not a lot to say about that one. The Equalizer 3, Denzel did his thing. I'm good on that one. And the last one from a sequel standpoint is Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. freaking phenomenal film. Um, I know I touched on it before in my comic review, so I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time, but top notch. Can't wait for the next one. The voice cast were great. Everybody was solid. Great story. So Spider-Man across the Spider-Verse was A plus. All right, so this next category is I'm gonna call it something new. You know, it wasn't a sequel; it was something new that was kind of coming out. Um, you know, remake-ish or a live-action version, but something new that I was able to kind of experience. The first one is The Little Mermaid. Um, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed The Little Mermaid. I think it was great for us to see that representation for us out there to have daughters. Um, I think the young lady who played the Little Mermaid, I think she's great. She's a great actress and she's a great singer. Um, Miss Miss Haley Bailey, she was great, and she's got a very bright future. You know, whether it's acting or music. I hope we get a sequel to Little Mermaid. Like it was a great film. It was a great film. It looked great. The music was great. Um, and I'm glad it did well. So, you know, a lot of times when we're in these positions, we're kind of rooted against, you know, which is weird. But um, I knew it was a lot of controversy with the whole, you know, her being black and mermaids. I'm like, you know, I'm not gonna get into all of that, but she held it down. She did a great job, and I'm glad that the world supported her and the film. So The Little Mermaid was great. The next one was Blue Beetle. Definitely a shock. You know, DC hasn't always put out the greatest product, but Blue Beetle was a pleasant surprise. Like it was good. The family dynamics were great. The young man who played Blue Beetle, he was charismatic and he was able to carry the action scenes. And I was pleasantly surprised by Blue Beetle, so that was a good joint. And the last one was it's coming off of Netflix that I was able to check out. They Clone Tyrone, so starring John Boyega, Jamie Foxx, Tiana Parrish. Very interesting movie. Like I dug it. I dug what was going on. I knew it was going to be kind of out there, kind of going into it. But I think John Boyega, if given the right opportunities, I could see him kind of being up on that level to where Michael B. Jordan is at right now. Like obviously you got your Denzels and your Wills, but then who's next kind of coming? I think Mike has kind of established himself as he's coming, and I think given the right opportunity, John Boyega is definitely, you know, up and coming. He's got a strong presence about himself, like going way back to Attack the Block, and just keeping up with his progression, his career, you know, Star Wars and so on and so forth. But They Clone Tyrone was dope. It had a dope message. Um, Visually and stylistically, it was a great film, and I really dug it. So that was my something new category. And this last one is like award season, like those award type of films that I can easily see getting some type of award. Like I'm not saying Oscar or whatever, but award season. So the first one is Iron Claw. It was actually the last film that I saw in the theaters in 2023. Zac Efron carried the movie. Great cast, great story about the Von Erich family. Really dope film. Really dope. It hit a lot of, you know, what you want in those type of movies, and the feels were all over the place. So it was a great film. And this other one is one that I happened to catch up on Netflix. It's called Rustin, starring Domingo Coleman, who's currently in the new Color Purple film, and you probably know him from the Walking Dead series, Fear the Walking Dead. But the brother has some range, man. He's got some range. This story is a biopic about Rustin, who was I guess he was an advisor to Martin Luther King and some other ones around the civil rights movement. Great story, great, great showcase of Domingo's range. Like the brother can act. Like he definitely can hold his own. And I'm hearing rumors that they're looking at him to possibly replace Jonathan Majors as Kang, which would be great. So he's another one that he's a little older than Michael B and John Boyega, but he's definitely going to be a force throughout the rest of his career. And he's been around for a while. I think Fear the Walking Dead kind of brought him forward, and then he's done quite a bit since then. So yeah, that's my recap for 2023. I saw a lot of movies, so I could spend hours over here talking about everything that I saw. But these were kind of the ones that I wanted to kind of pinpoint out and chop up with you for a little bit about. So I hope you enjoyed it. We are a week into 2024. A lot of great movies going to come out. I'm watching movies. I'm watching shows. And it doesn't matter if it's in the theater or Netflix or Hulu, Prime, whatever. I try to sit down and catch things. So if you come across something and you want me to check it out and review it, drop a comment, let me know. I'll check it out. But yeah, man, let's watch and let's enjoy and zone out, and just enjoy these projects. Peace.